Hi, Lasagna Club. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful weekend. And that means that let's get back to the good stuff here with six new wines ready to roll for you for your March drop. Let's kick this off with the Finca Resalsa from Emilio Moro. So Ribera del Duero is the region we're talking about here. This is a gigantic plateau about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Madrid in sort of central Spain. And like the altitude here is definitely what sort of defines winemaking. So for one, you've got a ton of continental influence. So really, really hot summers, but also really, really cold winters. And you couple that with altitude and you end up with lots of swings between heat and cold, between day and night, from season to season. You can have a lot of rainfall, a lot of hail, snow in the winter, which you probably don't think of when you think of the sort of like central Spanish growing regions. But such is the case of continental winemaking. Here in Ribera del Duero, the grape of choice is always going to be Tempranillo, or what they call Tinto Fino or Tinto de País. A little bit smaller berries, like kind of looser kind of clusters. So you end up, when you press them, with a little bit more skin contact. Wines that have a little bit more texture, a little bit more color, a lot more intensity. Yeah, so often overshadowed by its sort of big brother to the north, Rioja, but certainly no slouch in its own right. Ribera produces wines that have some pretty piercing acidity and a ton of freshness. The Finca Resalso from Emilio Moro, no different, but this one is a style a little bit more nouveau, something younger and fresher, not wine to really think about, wine to just kind of enjoy and drink. I mean, when you taste it, you're going to still be met by a lot of those classic Tempranillo flavors. You've got some cherry, you've got some plum, but definitely leaning more into like the kind of dark red spectrum as opposed to the like bluish or blackish fruit spectrum. The wine doesn't age for very long. You know, this gets 30 months in stainless steel, and it gets 4 months in 100% French oak. And the reason why that's significant is because it's sort of like an unclassified style of wine that they call roble. The youngest kind of like aged wines that you get in Ribera del Duero or Rioja typically are called Crianza. And so this is not an official classification, but yeah, it's sort of like a half or baby Crianza, wines that are meant to be fresh and jumpy and exuberant. This wine certainly has all of those characteristics. Those 4 months in French oak, 100% new French oak, also kind of give like a punchy, kind of smoky character to the wine, like a little kind of a shine that it wouldn't otherwise have. And yeah, this is like your perfect midweek patio sipper. You know, you're barbecuing, you just want to have a glass of wine while you're cooking, something not too serious. I mean, this is exactly that one for you. So Finca Resalsa from Emilio Moro from the Ribera del Duero, 2018. I hope you enjoy.